out there in the lineup straight away. We saw a big hustle for that inside position unfolding here, Rich.
Oh, I love this. The boys are at it already. Cros taking the inside position and Griff just wanting it. He's pushing the point. And here we go. We might get a start to this one.
Well, shoulder to shoulder in the opening stages of this heat, but it's going to be the little bro Crosby getting things started, and he doesn't get a whole lot out of this wave, so we'll now fall into that priority situation. We didn't get a big score out of his ride, Crosby. There is still time on the clock, but we'll see what Griff can do now. Here he goes, the 27-year-old driving into these first couple of sections, just building some speed down the line here, transitioning nicely with a couple of backhand hits, and the wave starting to steepen now and bowl out. It allows a bit more of a vertical approach. Rapid fire sequence of turns here from Colapinto.
A bit more acceleration out of that second turn, and then we know what happens with Griff. A nice, beautiful running little left, and he gets some good work done. Just sort of winds up as he gets further and further along the point here. That had some sting on it these last couple of turns. Kind of channeling a small day at lowers on
the senior version, and here goes junior. And Crosby gets a couple of backhand hits here. I think you said probably a bit of an advantage given to Griffin just based on the size of the waves, going as hard as he can at big sections in Cloudbreak.
Okay, let's have a look at the replay here of Cros. Nice start things off, and a second one had a little bit more energy, zoning in on these little intricacies of maintaining speed and really good flow in between the turns.
Yeah, he's going looking for a backup score now, understanding that 6 is a solid number, wanting to put some pressure on his little brother. Just got a clean flow. It's a small wave, but he's reading it beautifully at the moment. Loading up for the reverse on the inside, but sticks that rail in and comes unglued.
Equaling or bettering your score just to stay in contention here. Let's have a look at the replay here of Griff. Love the movement here in the body, just keeping things weaving down the line. That's these little kind of weaves and tucks and turns through, as he's weaving down here. It's gaining speed, just going for the air rev there. Let's see what happened. So he pops it, the back foot comes off and just caught that inside edge. But
it's been fun to check out what some of the other beaches are doing around here for you and I. This point being owned by the world's best this week. But we'll get our chance, Rich, as we get back to live action now. And Griffin, he's trying to replace a 3.17. He'd love to put his brother in combination here. And with turns like that, he is on his way. So well surfed, a waist-high wave. But he finds the space to get some quality hits in on the backhand. A lot of speed in Griffin's approach there. The greatest backhand performances I think we've witnessed on the CT. Up there on the Gold Coast with Conor O'Leary on the men's side and Nadia Aristabe on the women's side. But when you think about Griff's backhand, I think it's the smoothest backhand on the CT.
Yeah, it almost disguises how powerful and impactful these turns are, just because they are so smooth and done with so much rhythm and flow. This is great how we can just see he keeps everything moving down the line. And on the backhand in these smaller waves, you actually don't have to turn your head as much. See how his eyesight is always looking down the line, anticipating the next turn. When the waves are bigger, you get that moment that you...
He's got to sort of build some board speed. Hopefully he can put a couple little combos together.
Mate, thanks for your time. We'll throw it back to Ronnie.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
Thank you, Vaughn. Yeah, it's looking like a good wave for Crosby. This is what he needed. He needed to keep on pace with Big Bro, who dropped a 5.33 on his last wave. And Crosby was more than a point behind.
Get things started. Let's have a look at the replay here. So a quick snap to start things off. Now he builds for speed. The wave starts to slow up. Tags that first section. I like this little combination of backhand slaps through the middle part of this wave. The wave, it starts to trend down, but he gets some work done right at the end there. So a couple little stings to finish off.
Bit of that authority you spoke about with that extra height. You know, Miguel Pupo and his brother Samuel, there's 9 years between them, and Miguel plays a much more paternal role.
Yeah.
And their rivalry is a little less intense. He's 11 years younger than me, and We just look after him, basically. Thank God, because he's 6'4" and a scary human. Here we go. Cros loading up on the inside. Really needs to do something exceptional here to turn the score in, the required number. That is remarkable small wave surfing, but I think he needs a bit more face in that wall, Rich.
Yeah, I just don't think that that wave was going to offer him that 5.81. We're at the backdoor 2-minute countdown. So Cros is going to have to motor back out and hope for another set to come through. But, geez, that's some really good small wave surfing here, as you mentioned, Ronnie. Let's see, just even the paddle in, he had to paddle so fast to get speed.
Griffin Colapinto with priorities going the first ride. So we might see a good exchange here in the final stages. Griff's trying to improve on a 5.33. Gets a couple of nice hits in here. Rolling through to the inside. Again, just flowing beautifully between his manoeuvres, maintaining his speed, but that one just didn't have the same kind of punch as his previous scoring rides.
The nature of the rhythm of the sets, and Griff just had a better flow.
Most definitely. You heard Tom Whitaker saying it when we rocked up here this morning. You know, that sun